Ready, everybody. It's your man, MD Ready. Now, Doughboy had an awesome question in reference to AR pistol gas for Maryland, right? So here you'll see I have my first AR pistol ever built. Okay, it's pretty awesome. I love it. But here's the thing on it. I now have a folding brace, right? So of course it doesn't meet that 26-inch overall length that the ATF put out because it has a photo on there. Just a pistol. Just a pistol, 10.5-inch pistol. Now, when you're building these in Maryland, because I'm going to speak on Maryland, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Please make sure you do your research. Also, please like, share, and subscribe. Um, yeah, throw that out there. So, when you're building an AR pistol in Maryland, do understand what a short barrel rifle is and what a pistol is. A short barrel rifle will allow for you to have a stock or a vertical grip on a barrel that is under 16 inches, right? Now, you can also put a vert grip on what's classified to be a firearm. That means it has an overall length from the buffer end of the buffer tube to the barrel of 26 inches. I know that gets a little iffy. Me personally, I don't really care for them. I like to keep angle grips on all of my firearms because I don't want a police officer to see something that could be 25 inches and he freaks out, right? He's at the range and he snitches and tells somebody. So I just avoid all of that, but at your own risk, right? So, and I prefer angle foregrip. I only have vert grips, the little short broomstick vert grips on certain rifles. But we're talking about pistol bills. Now, one of the first things you're going to want to do is, of course, you're going to want to get a low receiver. So we know it's clear. It's clear, of course. Nothing's in there. All that good stuff, right? Yeah. It's clear. So, so you're going to want to get a low receiver. And the reason you don't want to do that is because you're going to build it. So let me take this apart. This thing is a little tight too, which is good. Really awesome. Nice to have a tight upper or something that meets up really good together. Alright, I digress. You want to have yourself a really nice lower. A nice one as nice as Anderson. I'm joking, guys. Pay whatever you want to pay. Me personally, I like to pay between $5,200 for my lower receiver. I've pretty much put all mine together. I polish all my triggers, but that's neither here nor there, right? So, guys, I got a basic one with a basic stabilizing grip. Brace. So it's up to you. You can use the pistol buffer tube, or you can get the adjustable buffer tube, right? But you just got to make sure your length of pull is less than 13 inches, I believe. So most people do no more than 12 and a half. Like the one my pops has on his, we have it literally set the length of pull at 12 and a half inches just to make sure he's good. Because if it's at 13 or more, I believe, then you can find yourself in some trouble just for the length of pull from the trigger to the end of the brace. Anyway, it's really silly. But I went ahead and did the paperwork at my local FFL. I did HQL exempt for the Maryland form because I don't want them to know what I'm building. It's none of their business what I'm building. They just need to know I have a low. They don't even really need to know I have a low receiver. But for their edification, they want to know I have a lower receiver. So you go get yourself a serialized lower, or don't get yourself a serialized lower. It's up to you. Get your little parts kit, right? Once you do that, you wait your few days, 7 days or whatnot. Then you go ahead and get your upper. Whether you build it, whether you put it together yourself, build it together, that's the same thing. Or you just order it offline. You see I have the little plunger piece here because I have the folding brace in the back, so the plunger kind of sticks out, right? Now, if you're going to build a pistol, I will highly encourage you guys to stay within, personally, between 10 and a half to like 14 inches. Or I would say between 10 and a half to 14 and a half inches so that you can have the adjustability or modularity. I would say of putting different brakes on there, different brakes and linear comps. I prefer linear comps because the shorter the barrel, the louder it's going to be. So I want to push that blast away from me. I seriously want to push the blast away from me. Now, I've seen people take on pistols put like a 20-inch upper on a pistol. Is that legal? I'm not saying it's illegal. I haven't seen where it's illegal, but it's kind of silly, right? And I guess some people do that because they want to quote unquote conceal it or put a photo on there, right? Now, it's super simple, guys. With your grips, let's go about the grips because this is where people screw up. Do not put a vertical grip, a grip that sticks straight down on a under 16-inch barrel upper, unless it's going to be that legal length from barrel to the buffer tube at 26 inches. Just don't do it. Me personally, I like the angle foregrips because it keeps you safe and keeps you legal. So if you can remember a few things. Number one, don't put a stock on your pistol unless you're going to SBR and you have the actual paperwork from like your NFA paperwork from the ATF saying that you've been approved to create a short barrel rifle. So with your AR pistols, no stocks. Please don't do a stock. No vertical grips. Please don't do a vertical foregrip. Okay. If you're gonna do a grip, do an angle grip. If you want to put some type of brace that you can shoulder occasionally, please use a pistol stabilizing brace. It doesn't even have to be this one. It can be an SB tactical brace, right? So those are the major two things to remember. Do not put a stock on your buffer tube. Do not put a vertical grip on the front of your firearm, or that could potentially incriminate you. Now, what's the chance of you getting caught? Probably slim to none, most people say, but I just don't want to be the example. Because if you're made the example, it can be pretty costly and you might lose your rights. So those are the two things that I really tell people to remember. And if you're doing the 26-inch length thing, from my understanding, please look into this, guys. If you have a folder, because when this came out, I think a year or so ago, I think some of the 8K guys were kind of affected by the most. Your overall length starts at that folder, right? So with the firearm completely folded, I believe is where that measurement starts. So please don't be in a situation where you think that you have your firearm is 26 inches, whatever that legal length thing is. You have a vert grip on it, but you have a folding brace, and then you measure it, and it's nowhere near 26 inches. You know, you're about 8 inches short. So don't put yourself in that situation because this is how short it is with just a receiver. So guys, with that being said, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. If it made any sense to you, give me a thumbs up. If I missed something, please add it in the comment section. God bless you guys and be safe.